On today's episode, we're going to be talking about is branding your uniqueness, because it's very important to understand, especially coming in as an entrepreneur, you're trying to figure out what is going to be your brand identity. A lot of people, a lot of times, don't know how to tap into their uniqueness, because your uniqueness is what makes you who you are, right? Because everybody is unique in their own way, but it's a lot of people who doesn't know how to tap into their uniqueness. But as an entrepreneur, that's very important to learn how to do, because people are going to want to see your authentic self. And that's very important when it comes to entrepreneurship and trying to build a community around your brand and around yourself and what have you. So it's very important, man, that you be able to tap into what makes you unique and what have you. So everybody, man, let's tap in to episode number 19. Yep. Grand rising to all my investors and self out there. Thank y'all for tapping in with me on another Invest Brand Podshow for today. This is officially the second Monday of the new year and what have you. So thank y'all for joining in with me. Like I said before, man, it's going to be a great year for us. The Podshow is going to continue to get better and better and better. But beforehand, the episode we're going to be talking about today, this is officially episode number 19. We're going to be talking about is branding your uniqueness. But before I tap into the topic for today, you know what it is, man. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, make sure you hit the notification bell so you can be notified when a new episode drops. And also hit on that like button. Make sure you hit that like button. And also, if you listen to this on Spotify, make sure you hit the follow button so you can be notified when a new episode drop. And also, make your way over to investbrand.com and join our journey, because the journey was created for you to be able to follow Invest Brand, to be behind the scenes with us and what have you, so you can be right there with us along the journey of greatness and what have you. And also, let me make another announcement. Coming this Wednesday. That's why it's important for you to subscribe to the channel right now. It's going to be the new Invest Brand radio show. Coming Wednesday, the first official episode. We're going to be talking about everything from how many times should you email your people on your email list, your subscribers and what have you. And we also going to be talking about using mock-ups and what have you. And also we're going to just be talking about 2023, your plan, especially as an entrepreneur. What is your business plan for 2023 to, possibly scale your business or grow your business, what have you. So Invest Brand radio show coming this Wednesday, the first official episode. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, man, so you'll be notified when that new radio show drop, because basically that show is just going to be about random conversation topics about anything within the field of entrepreneurship, right? So that's what we're going to be talking about on the radio show and what have you. So definitely it's very important that you subscribe and what have you. But before I get into the topic, you know what to do, man. Take a quick commercial break, and I'll be right back with the segment Quote Me on That. That's where I read you a quote and I explain to you what I mean by the quote and what have you. So make sure you tap back in with me. Yep. Make your way over to investbrand.com and get your 10% off. I said 10% off. And also, when you sign up, you become a member of our journey, which we call our Investors of Self. You get exclusive access to our journey. And what you get when you become a member, what's included in that? You get to look at the Podshow a day early before anybody. You get weekly motivation, exclusive discounts. You will get demand notification on any new merch that drops on Invest Brand. Anything that's going on, you'll get the first notice of it and be able to take advantage of it. And also, when Invest Brand drops the app, you'll definitely be exclusive member of it. You get special discounts, you get special privileges. So it's very, very important that you become part of the Invest Brand journey. So once again, if you wonder how I can become part of the Invest Brand journey and also get your 10%, make your way over to investbrand.com, sign up, and be part of our journey. Been back in with me on this Invest Brand Pod show. Like I said, this is officially episode number 19. Today's topic we're going to be talking about is brand your uniqueness. But before I jump into the topic, you know what time it is, man. It's that segment we call Quote Me on That, where I read you a quote and I explain to you what I mean by the quote itself. So today quote for all my people out there, my investors itself and what have you, today quote is a investment mindset produce long-term results. Let me read that again just in case you didn't understand it or you didn't hear what I just said. The quote is a invested mindset produce long-term results. And what I mean by that is when you change your mindset and you have a mindset of a producing of a mindset that goes out and produce things, right? You have a mindset of want to build things. You have a mindset that's an invested mindset that's invested in your abilities to do whatever you need to do, man, to be able to reach that next level that you're trying to reach or to accomplish your goals. You got to have an invested mindset. And that an invested mindset is a mindset that's invested in building, producing, right? Becoming a better you, creating results. And once you change your mindset into an invested mindset, that's when you're going to start producing results that you are looking forward to, right? Because we all want to see positive results. We all want to see results of progress and what have you. But you got to change your mindset. In order for you to reach them goals, start building and producing for yourself, for your family, what have you, you got to change your mindset. It's very important that you do that. So that's what the quote means. Once again, let me read the quote one more time. And an invested mindset produce long-term results. But other than that, man, you know what it is, man. We jump into this conversation topic for today. We're going to be talking about, man, is branding your uniqueness, because it's very important, guys. When you are starting out as an entrepreneur, right, you really trying to figure out, okay, what type of field within entrepreneurship that I'm gonna get into. Some of us already have an idea, some of us have a lot of ideas, right? But one thing that we must remember when you start out as an entrepreneur, right, you want to it's important, I say this all the time, to build your community, right? Because that's going to be very important, because your community is going to give you very, very important feedback to what they want to see from you, what they want from you, and what have you, right? That's why when it comes to becoming an entrepreneur, you want to be able to learn how to tap into your uniqueness. See, a lot of times people have this notion that they want to hide what's unique about them because they feel like it makes them be outcasted and what have you. Because when you think about it, the word uniqueness have somewhat of a negative connotation on it, right? A stigma on it, where people try to hide who they really are. They don't want people to see what's so unique about them because they too busy worrying about fitting in. But what people don't understand, as an entrepreneur, your uniqueness, what makes you who you are, right? That's going to be your authentic self. That's going to make you stand out. We all are unique in our own way, but a lot of us hide our uniqueness. A lot of us don't know how to tap into our uniqueness, because you got to understand what makes you so unique might be what draws people into you, what might draw people into liking you and who you are, right? And that's very important when you building a brand. That's very important to add to your brand, is your uniqueness, because that's who you are, and that's what people want to see. People like the authenticity of things, right? They want to see your authentic self. They don't want to see a carbon copy of 1,000 other brands out here, right? You got to understand, man, people want to support or be part of a community that adds value to their life, right? People want to be around people that adds value to who they are and what have you, right? So that's why it's very important that you tap into what makes you unique. See, we all are unique, right? But some of us know how to capitalize on what makes us unique, because we're not afraid to show everybody how unique we are, right? Like I said, we all are unique, but it's a lot of us that don't know how to tap in. And so as an entrepreneur, when you first starting out, right, that's going to be something that's going to help you find your purpose. Why are you doing this, right? What's your passion, right? Because through your uniqueness is what you're going to find what you're passionate about, right? Because 9 out of 10 times, whatever makes you unique, that's what is going to be something that's going to help you towards whatever you're looking for as to do as an entrepreneur, right? If you are a person as far as a person that's unique, you like you good at drawing, right? You draw the type of drawings that you do is far from different from what other people drawings are, right? You have this special kind of shading that you do, kind of 3D that you do for as drawing. It's just the way how you put things together, right? That's what makes you so unique about yourself, right? Because the way you can draw things, the way you can picture things, the way you put things together, that's what makes you so unique about you, right? So when you learn how to tap into that and you come to an understanding like, okay, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do as an entrepreneur, what field of entrepreneurship I want to get in, right? And when you figure out like, man, this is what make me so unique that I have some type of way that when I picture something, I can draw it in a way that blows people's minds. The way I put my twist on it, the way I visualize things and I put it together in my head and I put it and I draw it on paper, right? The way I do it, it blows people's minds away, right? So that can be something that you do, right? For as, okay, I can design for people, right? Or I can do drawings for people that's looking for different art, wall art and what have you, or people that have a brand looking for someone to design different little things for their shirts or for their hoodies and what have you, right? And that's where you come in at, right? And so now when you learn how to tap into your uniqueness, right, that's going to be something that is going to keep you motivated because that's something that you're passionate about, right? Like I said, through your uniqueness, you're going to find what you are definitely passionate about. And it's going to keep you going, right? See, like I said, a lot of times we don't know what makes us unique. A lot of times, that's why I say a lot of people don't know how to tap into their uniqueness because most of the time they don't know what makes them unique. Or sometimes they may know, but they try to hide it because they feel like this is going to make them be looked at in a whole different way and what have you. But you got to understand, man, people love when you show them who you are. The authenticity of things that people are drawing into the authenticity of things, right? They love things that's authentic, right? Because that's going to be something that they can feel like, okay, this is adding value to me, right? This is real. I can feel the energy, right? This is what I've been looking for, right? People gravitate towards that. And that's what your uniqueness is. Your uniqueness is your real self. It's your authentic self. It sets you aside. That makes you different than someone else, right? Is what makes that one particular thing that's unique about you, right? That set you aside, that put it like this, make you different than three, four, five other people, right? Like I said, everybody have their own unique. Everybody have different things that's unique about them. That's why it makes you different. And when you can capitalize on that and show people who you are, because we in the world of social media, right? So now, since social media have come along, we got so many platforms. People can now bring you behind the scene of their life, right? People who are very talented, people who know what makes them unique. Now they can show you who they really are, right? And now people on social media, they getting paid off of their uniqueness, right? Getting paid off of who they really are. Now you got some people, granted, that try to put on a show because they really not like that. That's not what makes them unique and what have you, because they want to be down and be part of the trend and what have you, and that's not really them. But you can tell when someone is not really like that, because you can tell when somebody's been authentic and when they not being authentic. You can feel it. You can feel the energy. You can almost tell, right? And that's how it is when it comes to your brand. When people feel like, okay, you forcing it, it does this what you are presenting doesn't feel real at all. Your idea that you have, it doesn't feel like, it's feel more like a carbon copy of 10 to 11, 12 other brands that we have already seen and what have you. So we need to find, that's why I'm put like this, that's why it's so important for you to create an idea that no one else has, right? And granted, with all these other brands out here, you know, you say to yourself like, okay, how can I create something, a different idea that no one else have, right? I understand that. It's a lot of things that's already been done, but you got to understand, you got to find how you're going to put your own twist to it. It's always something that you can add to something that's already been done, right? Just like the branding side of things, a company that makes hoodies, shirts, and what have you. That's a saturated market, right? But at the same time, that's still not going to stop you from putting your twist onto whatever it is, right? Because what 5 other brands are doing, you can figure out what they not doing, right? What they don't have that you can provide, right? That's why it's very important that you find out what you can add that's different that the other 5 brands don't offer or don't have and what have you. So that's why it's so important when you add your uniqueness to it and you start branding your uniqueness, people going to gravitate towards it, because when somebody is feeling your brand and they can feel the authenticity of your brand, they gonna eventually they gonna gravitate towards whatever is real, because it's very important, like I said, man, to always stay to who you are. It's very important, because that's something that's gonna be something that's going to help you along the way, because people is going to constantly be down with you, join your community, because they feel like you are adding value within their life, right? They join in a community that you are very reachable, that you are there for them. You give them advice. They can talk to you. They can send you a message. You respond back to them, right? So that's why it's very important that you learn how to tap into your real self, your authentic self, because it's very important, man. I tell people, when it comes like when you building a brand, it's very important that you do that from day one, right? Because that's going to help you along the way, right? That's why I tell entrepreneurs now, man, first off, find out what makes you unique, you know, tap into your uniqueness. Once you find out what makes you unique and what have you, tap into it, right? Once you tap into it, then that's going to give you your brand identity of what your brand is, because you adding yourself to it, right? You adding your uniqueness to it, right? So that's going to be your brand identity, right? So once you figure out your brand identity, now you start setting up your designs, right? You start building your brand up. You start creating your community, you start creating your content, because now you have an identity. You know what your brand is, right? So it makes it very easy for you, rather than you trying to copy what 5 or 10 other brands already have done or what they are doing right now, because that's not what makes you unique. You are trying to become a carbon copy of somebody else's uniqueness, and it's not going to work, because people going to eventually see that this is not what makes you unique. Because at the end of the day, is all about, man, you stand true to yourself, right? You being authentic about whatever you're doing, right? Because like I said, that's what people want to buy. People want to buy authenticity, right? People don't want to buy something that's already been done before. That's not what they want. Because in that sense, then, if people have to buy something that's already been done, it's a carbon copy. They're gonna just go to the other brands that's been already doing it, right? Rather than going to you, then you just starting up. So that's why it's very important when you creating your brand, you tap into what makes you unique. Brand your uniqueness, right? That's very important to do. Brand your uniqueness is something that you have to do. Like I said, if you don't know what makes you unique, Find out what makes you unique, right? Ask a couple people like, what do you feel, what makes me unique, right? Ask people in your family, ask your friends what they think about you, what makes you unique. And because I guarantee you, people know and can see what makes you unique, right? And they will tell you what makes you unique. That's why it's so important, man, to use people that's around you as a survey. Because once you get gather up information, intel, and everything is consistent, every answer that you have is consistent with the other. Say, for instance, you ask 10 people, and if all 10 answers are consistent, then that's what it makes you unique. That's what you need to tap into. That's what makes you special. That what makes you you, right? And that's very important to add onto your brand. You branding your uniqueness. That's going to be your brand identity. Because when you look at all these other brands out here, right? That's what it's basically that they doing. They are branding their uniqueness. Whatever makes them great, what makes them stand out, that's what they are pushing. That's what they understand. Like, this is what I'm going to sell. I'm going to sell my authentic self. I'm going to sell who I am, right? I'm going to put my uniqueness within my designs, and I'm going to sell it because this is what makes me me. And this is why a lot of people rock with these brands, right? Because it adds value to their life or what have you, right? And granted, you have some brands out here, it's part of the trend, right? It's a trendy brand right now because they see celebrities wearing, athletes wearing it. Then say 2-3 years down the line, no one's really wearing it no more because they own to the next brand that's the trendy thing to wear and what have you. But from a standpoint of what I'm talking about is you have brands out here that's not one of these major brands, but they are a brand that might be a brand that's known, might not be a major brand, may not be inside anchor stores and what have you, but it's a brand that's known throughout not I won't say the world, but throughout the United States and what have you, right? People from different states know what this brand is, right? Because they were drawn into it, not because they seen celebrities wearing it, athletes wearing it. They were drawn in because they seen the authenticity of your brand. They seen the brand identity, right? It was something that they felt that was authentic. They felt it was something that is going to add value to their life, right? Because it was something that looks real, felt real, right? They loved the energy that this brand was giving off, right? Just by a post, right? It made them want to stop. They felt intrigued by it, right? Because it goes all the way down back to what? Your uniqueness. Because when you learn how to brand your uniqueness, you are branding your authentic self, and you putting your uniqueness within your brand identity, and people are going to gravitate towards it. Especially, it's going to help you build your community of people that you really need, right? So it's very important, man, guys out here, my entrepreneurs, if you starting and you figuring out how to build your brand, you're trying to come up with ideas and what have you, this is the perfect way to start, man. Tap into your uniqueness. Find out what makes you unique about yourself. Tap into it. Once you tap into it, that's going to be something that's going to carry you on throughout your life journey of entrepreneurship. That's what's going to be something. Your uniqueness is going to be something that you're going to be passionate about doing and what have you. So because that's what's something that sets you apart from many other people, right? So it's very important, guys, my entrepreneurs out here, man, tap into your uniqueness. Brand your uniqueness is very, very important, because once you brand your uniqueness, you're going to be branding your greatness. And that's what it's all about, man. 2023, man, brand your greatness, right? But other than that, man, thank y'all for tapping in with me. And also make sure you go over to investbrand.com, man. Join our journey. That's why it's important. Join our journey because, man, we want to take you along the ride. We want to show you our greatness. We want you to be part of it, man, because this is going to be a big year for Invest Brand. We definitely want you to be part of it, too. And also make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're watching this on a YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when a new episode drops. And also hit the like button. Hit the like button. You to this on Spotify. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you can be notified when a new episode drop. Is very, very important. Also, this Wednesday, guys, we're going to be dropping the first official episode of the Invest Brand Radio Show. So it's very important that you hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the new episode drops. So it's very important that you do that, guys. Man, thank y'all once again for tapping in on another edition of the Invest Brand Podshow.